Need a pen. Me too. Yeah, we need a pen.
The live thing. All right. Hi, everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order. December 8th, last meeting of the year. This one went quick, I think, and very strange. Before we get to approve the agenda, one change I just want to make, 6.2 under the agenda items. Just want to remove that one. It didn't need to be in there. Other than that, that is
But
all
do we have somebody new or we don't? And that's why we're taking it off.
We'll get there.
Okay, all right.
Where was I going? Oh yeah, okay. I believe everyone's got their agenda. It went out. Other than this quick little change, we'll give them a motion to approve said agenda.
I will.
Moved by Pearl, second by Tracy. All in favor? Motion carried. Any declarations of interest? Nope. Any delegations or presentations? Nope. Minutes from the previous meeting, they also went out. Hopefully you had a chance to read them. Again, if you get a motion to approve said previous minutes. Again, motion made by Pearl, second by Ben. All in favor? Motion carried. Just flying right along. Number 6, agenda item 6.1. We have any updates on the digital transformation grants?
We were just approved for ours last week.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Thomas did the course. He said it was fantastic. He really said that it was a great experience. So I just haven't had time to sit down with him and go over it, but he was quite pleased with it. He said that Justin was fantastic. He would recommend the program to anyone. So
yeah, I got my approval last week as well.
Oh, good.
So yeah, starting with all that. Has there been Tracy, have you heard anything extra?
Yes. I have to unmute.
There we go.
Well, we had a meeting with Dana and Justin, and things seem to be going really well. Dana can probably update us more on that.
Yeah, I can give you just a quick update on the numbers at this point. It's going really well. And as some of you, if you're in the queue, you may have heard already, the application deadline has been extended to December 15th. They hadn't exhausted all of the funds yet. There were a number of businesses still in the queue working through the various requirements. So it's they are starting to move fast. It looks like they've got about 500 projects left that they could fund, with more than that as far as businesses still in the queue working through the various training and other aspects. So if looks like we have at this point for Prescott, we've had 18 businesses apply for the digital transformation grant and 16 approved to date. And the rest are just in the queue. So they haven't been declined at this point, but they're just kind of working through the queue. And in total, we've engaged, well, not we, I should say, Justin has engaged 48 Prescott businesses in various aspects of the program. So whether that be the digital transformation grant, registering for Future Proof, applying for the Shop Here and the Shopify website program. There's a number of different resources that are available. So we've got 48 businesses total that are engaged, 4 in Augusta and 10 in Edwardsburg Cardinal. So he's made some really great strides in engaging the businesses to date. And then the next few months will be spent assisting the businesses with implementing some of the digital grant funding that they've received, as well as helping them navigate some of the other aspects of the program, because the grant is really only one stream. And if they don't tap into that, there's still a number of resources that are available to them. And then the town itself has approved our own grant program to basically offset. There were a few businesses that were deemed ineligible because of some very strict eligibility guidelines. Unfortunately, there just isn't a lot of gray area there. So we've had a few businesses that have been declined based on zoning, location, that really should have been eligible. So the town council has approved our own funding program that will help us allocate those funds to the businesses that are eligible for the DTG grant. It's going to be exactly the same funding amount. At this point, we're looking at probably 3 to 4 businesses that would be taking advantage of that program. But all in all, it's been really great. And the feedback that we've got from businesses has been fantastic. I don't know if you happen to see, but we had a great video that Holly posted today on our BIA page, the dental hygienist located at Glitz Spa. So if you have a chance to share that through your own pages or even check it out, she actually did the video all on her own and did a really great job. She's really excited about the program. So we've got some other businesses that have given us some great testimonials, and we're also in the process of getting some other ones from businesses. Some of you, I think, are sitting around this group today. So that's about it. But all in all, it's going really well. We're very pleased with the results. And as Tracy or Pearl said, Justin has been just fantastic. He couldn't have worked out better. Really professional, and no issue with dealing with the businesses. He's had to do a lot of cold calling, and he's done a really good job of that. And then the feedback I'm getting from businesses has been really positive. And that's it for that.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen Justin in a little bit.
He's been busy.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. Is there any been rumors going around about there being another wave of that at some point, or do they think that's probably it for that?
We're really going to be lobbying for that because it's just been such a short time frame. There will be some businesses that just won't be able to tap into it.
Mhm.
So again, it'll really depend on if they exhaust all of the money, but I'd anticipate we may see another extension at least. And depending on what happens over the next month or two, you never know. There could be even a totally new round of funding announced, or another fund to gear to more specific things that are coming out of that. Because there's a lot of feedback that we're getting from businesses that are identifying, potential areas that there could be some assistance for that just isn't in place at this point. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that.
Lovely. Awesome. I don't think anybody else has been dealing with it. So no, it's a handy program. I'm out shopping for a laptop, so I can have my own. All right, that's great. We shall move along into what is currently 6.3, but technically 6.2. Our 2021 budget. Who wants to spend all the money? Yeah, Pearl does. Yeah, I should know. I never thought to ask about to get a financial sheet sent out. I never even thought about that. My thoughts are kind of to have it just maybe have we just set it up kind of the same we did for this year, since this year kind of didn't go how we expected. But there's Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Hello. Can I make a suggestion that
Definitely.
perhaps your meeting in January you set aside as a planning meeting for 2021?
Yeah.
And with that, maybe set some goals and achievements that you want to address in 2021, which will then nicely flow into what your budget will look like.
Yeah.
So I think a couple of the questions that I would love if the board could answer kind of in that January timeframe is, do you want a coordinator? And if so, what does that look like? What are some of the projects that you want to undertake in 2021? Whether they're small events or continuing the downtown kind of street furniture, or did you want to take a look at some of the lighting options that we've talked about, things like that, and then just use it as brainstorming, and then hopefully by the end of the meeting you have a bit of an understanding of where you'd like to head for 2021, and which will then flow nicely into the budget.
Mhm.
So the other thing that also want to explore is the kind of the associate membership. I think we've discussed that previously, and that would be a great way to start to perhaps grow some of your revenue. I think there's several businesses that would be interested in that and what it could possibly look like, and we can provide a couple of models of how you could calculate that, or what basis you would charge on that, or and offer the associate membership, and that might be something for that January meeting as well.
Well, I think it was going to be something we were going to discuss for this year, but COVID kind of stopped everything. And I think we were a little leery on asking businesses to fork out more money when money was tight to begin with. So, but yeah, next year, hopefully things can go a little smoother, but yeah, it's definitely something we need to deal with. And I think back to the coordinator comment, I think everyone's on board. We know we need one. I don't think it's a matter of, should we get one? I think it's a matter of it's just we need one. There's just no question. So we can definitely put that together. Yeah. So if that's what we want to do, we'll make the meeting in January for that. That
And I
works
think
for everybody.
if I can just add to that,
Yep.
without speaking at a turn, there may be, when you are looking at a coordinator, just Matthew and I have been having some of our own discussions. If the chamber partnership isn't feasible at this point, I think the town would be prepared or supportive. Matthew, hopefully you can kind of take it from here, but to still supporting the hiring of a coordinator in some semblance or form.
I think from an administrative perspective, I can't speak on behalf of council, but certainly a couple of things have changed in the course of the last year. So one, we now have a new spot on King Street that we're renting. And so that would lend itself nicely to an office space. We also know that it would be nice if we had somebody who could attend at that space on a regular basis. And so what I'm going to put forward to council is perhaps shifting around some of our summer student money and things like that to be able to create kind of somebody that can be there on a regular basis. So if we can kind of pair that with a BIA coordinator, I think there's a couple of things that we could do there in terms of a partnership that would flow nicely. Again, these are just things that we've talked about administratively to be able to say, how could we help support the BIA, as well as we know that we would like the museum to be open on a regular basis. And so those are just some ideas that we would like to explore. And if you have that discussion in January, then it leads nicely into the council discussions that we would have in January and February, and then be able to hopefully make a decision shortly after that.
That works for me.
I just
Okay.
help frame the discussion a little bit if
Yeah.
the board had, a bit of a sense of maybe where the town might be headed without obviously committing council at this point. Like Matthew said, it's just been very internal discussion to date.
I think there's been some discussion amongst us too about what we can and can't do. So, and that would definitely be ideal if that was something that could come up. So, okay, so we can move that into January. Anybody else have anything on that?
Just one thing I can say is I have been getting some inquiries from some of those outlying businesses that are expressing interest in associate memberships, greater participation in the BIA.
Mhm.
So I think there would definitely be an appetite for that, at least for businesses located south of the rail tracks.
Mhm. And these are kind of the businesses that are probably just right outside of the, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that on the next meeting and hopefully actually figure something out. That would be nice. Anybody else? Ben, you're quiet tonight.
I'm pooped doing renos. That's why I'm wearing it. No, not a whole lot to add. I think it's a great discussion to be had for sure. I think marrying the two together would be perfect. I don't think the chamber is still in the position to make any promises or move forward, but they're definitely in still the need for that. But any temporary moving forward, I think it's a good idea for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll set the next meeting then kind of more as a planning thing. And yeah, we'll go from there. Awesome. Well, this is going to be, this might be a quick meeting tonight. So we'll move along to, I guess now what would be 6.3 or 6.4. Possibly having an in-camera session. I would like, if we could make the motion to go in camera. Motion made by Pearl, second by,
Second it.
no, Karen.
Yeah.
All in favor? So we're gonna disappear for just a bit. Hopefully this won't take too long, but Matthew's got the controls in his hands, I think.